welcome. Today we're going to focus on this garment. I absolutely love it. Let me tell you a little bit about its history and then we'll show you how to make it. Dan Lawson is a costume designer in New York City. His main job right now is on the set of The Good Wife. I've never watched the show, but I did a little research, and especially after hearing him. And there's a talk where he talks about how important clothing is for women today because it conveys messages. And there's so many things that he said that I agreed with. I agreed that we want exactly what this embodies to me, which is why I loved it. It's a herringbone, which is traditionally very strong in male, and a very soft, drapey, whatever, and it works. It works really well, even though those combinations traditionally have not been done. So I love this. It's meant to be just about the waist, maybe a little above. It's meant to be asymmetric. I want you to look at it, and I did it in a herringbone. Number one, because that's what it was. But number two, because I wanted you to see how the bottom there is straight. It's completely straight across the bottom, front and back. The back and the front are done just the same. And then it just drops down to give a very youthful, feminine, graceful, I just love it. I just love it, and I love how it feels on. There's so many times outside when it's cold where I have my clothes on inside and I just want to run outside and I want another layer. So I can throw this on. It's got a great, this is 115. It's Anne's top. It's got a great little cowl. You could use any base you wanted, but we'll get to that. Barbara Guest is the head creative designer for Lafayette 148. And so they work together with Dan Lawson to really come up with these outfits that are spectacular. Many of you have sent me these outfits. I've never, like I said, watched it, but I did do my homework enough to know that these are women who are in business positions, who are trying to be assertive in their role, and yet they're women. They're still women, and they want to dress like women and not dress like men, which is what women were expected to do in the workplace for a lot of years. So I hope you understand that clothing can do so much. Personal lives, workplace, wherever it is, and this is a great piece. It's a great piece added in, and I'm going to show you how to do it and hope you enjoy it. All right, so let's come forward. We're going to look down at the camera, at the paper a little bit. Very simple to do, quick and easy to sew, and I know you're going to love it. So I'm going to turn the camera down a little bit and let's actually look at the paper. Okay, so here we are. I wanted you to be able to see close up because this is very important. I'm going to take Anne's top, which is, again, what I drew with. You could start with any pattern that you like the neck edge of and that you like the way it fit. That, all I want for is what I wanted the neck to be, and I wanted it to have this cowl, so that's kind of what I went for. So 115 is where I started. I took the front, I took the sleeve, I folded it in half, as you know we've done for a kimono, and all I'm going to do is the center front and the center back is going to be on the fold. I'm doing the exact same thing for the center front as I am for the center back. So I'm following that down. I overlap it at the shoulder. I gap it under the armhole to get the right angle of the sleeve. I trace that down. I'm going to go 2 inches beyond, because what it had was this kind of long, sloppy look, and that's what I liked, and that's what I wanted to preserve. Keep in mind, you could do a 3/4. There's so many options you could do. This I went down 10 inches. So just follow that angle 10 inches and then come straight back to center front or center back. Now keep in mind that you're going to cut off length off of the top. All right, so that's your pattern. That's it. You're not doing the French dart. You're not worrying about that. This neck edge will still fit the neckline. You're going to do the exact same thing to the back. You're going to make sure this is the same, this is the same, and of course that's the same. I mean, that's just how easy this is, and yet I love it. And that's what I love about the creative process is I'm not really good at coming up with this stuff, but I'm really good at copying it. So hopefully I can copy it for you all and you all can do it. Okay, so we're going to do the same again to the back. The neckline's just going to be shorter, but again, longer here. So now let's go to sew it. So of course, when I did it and laid it on this particular fabric, I put this on the straight of a black line. So you can see it's coming straight down the front. And then this will also follow to where those two are perpendicular to each other. And so it does work on a plaid or a stripe really, really well. The rest is off and that doesn't matter. So now when you cut it out, this is on the fold here. Both the front and the back are on the fold. you simply sew this edge together. Here and here on both sides, that's your shoulder seams basically. You sew on the collar, that's just follow the directions. And then you have this off, and what you're gonna do down here, just to secure them together, to kind of make a sleeve, is you're gonna sew in 12 inches. And I went up about an inch. So you're gonna sew in 12 inches, you're gonna back stitch, and that's it. I left all my edges raw. Of course, I'm dealing with a knit. If you're dealing with a woven, you'll wanna do something different. So today we're gonna call this the Good Wife, and we're gonna make it easy and quick. We're gonna thank Lafayette 148 for always having great stuff. And the price point on this was only about $800. Keep it simple. Happy sewing from Silhouette Patterns.